Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. Today we will start off and end up with the technical review there, or well, technical requirements for the Incarnate, the new fusion we got out here. And this is where you grab fragments. Once you get 100 fragments, you can fuse one of these rares, you'll level them up, and then you fuse the legendary. So let's go ahead and start off with what the first requirements are. So I'm going to make these short and sweet here so that we don't have to sit there, and waste a bunch of time on unimportant information. So first thing we have is Fire Knight's Tournament. Again, standard 200 or 2,250 points needed for the first 25 fragments. And of course, if we move over to info, nothing has changed here. So I'll leave it on the screen for 5 seconds as far as points requirements go for the type of gear you get. To go along with Fire Knight is the Dungeon Divers, and if we scroll down here, they have raised it up, but it's become fairly standard for a little while now here. 3750 is the total point requirement to get the frags for the epic again. And then if we scroll down here, again, standard points, nothing has changed, so I'll give you a few seconds here to look at this. Next, we have Classic Arena Takedown, the first go round. Sorry, I've already completed it, but 390 points, which has been the standard for years now. And same thing here, the points you get based on the level of arena you're fighting in per battle. I'll give you a few seconds here to take a look at these. Summer Rush is next on the agenda here. 3,000. They like to change these from time to time. I can't remember if this is high or not, so I'm not 100% sure as far as Summon Rush goes where this point valued. I have to look back. But as far as the point values for shards, this has been the recent standard for quite some time here, 6 months to a year now. So there you go. That's the points per shard to get to that total. I'll give you a few seconds. Artifact Enhancement, the first go around edition here, and pretty much standard for quite some time here. 4775 is the total point requirement to again get the fragments here, and par usual, leveling up whatever rank gear. Pretty standard, so I'll give you a second here to take a look. Ice Golem is on the agenda for today. Again, standard 2250 point requirement to get the 25 fragments, and per usual, standard points based on the level of gear you're able to farm. Champ Training is also on the list for the day, and 6350 is the point threshold for the 25 fragments. And if we look here, nothing has changed as far as leveling up champions. Points wise, nothing has changed for ranking up champions. Nothing has changed for ascending champions. And nothing has changed for upgrading their skills. So all standard there. Artifact Enhancement event. This is the second one. Again, your standard 4775 points required for the 25 fragments, and the standard points based on the level you take up your artifacts to. Nothing has changed here. So now we have the Dungeon Drivers event number 2, and we are at 3,700 points here, and it is again standard points for the rank and rarity of the gear that you were able to acquire. Unusual, but Summon Rush 2 has been added to this fusion, and up for grabs at 2850 is 25 fragments, so not too crazy, but then to get another 25 fragments, they upped it to 4550. So it's probably not too bad if you wanted to skip the first Summon Rush, or potentially the other, because basically from 2850 to 4550, you're under 2000. What are you at? 1700 points there, so just one primal and 3 sacreds to get the extra 25 frags. So this is probably the better of the 3 there. And again, standard points here, 40, 120, 400, 500. That actually looks higher there, so odd. Standard 500 is usually 200, I believe. But anyway, that is how you get those points. So we have Dragon here, tournament going on, standard 2250 points, so nothing has changed there. And again, same point value for getting artifacts based on their rank and their rarity. Champ Chase tournament going on, 3,000 points for the 25 frags. Most of this is pretty much the same here, most of it. And what do we got going on here? Same as it's been for quite some time. 1 point for common and uncommons, 10 for the rares, 250 for epics, 500 for legendary, 1,000 if you grab a mythical, and then you get more if they are voids, but standard points. Dungeon Diver going on here, and we are at 3,700, so pretty much standard lately for that. And again, standard point values based on, again, rank and rarity. Champ training event going on here. We are up to 6,100 points here. Not quite sure if that's where it's been here for a little while, but pretty close. And again, standard points, not the boosted points that we normally get for the Hero's Path, but the standard points that we've been getting pretty much for years now, as far as leveling up and ranking up. So Classic Arena Takedown number 2. I know it's gone, but 390 points for the 25 frags, which is standard. And again, standard Classic Arena points based on whichever level arena you are in. Spider here, and again 2250, which has been standard for quite some time, 25 fragments there. And if we go here, it is standard dungeon points for gear. Give you a minute to take a look at that. And finally here, the last event is Artifact Enhancement number 3. Again, 4775 is the point requirement to get the last 25 frags. And it is standard points for upgrading your gear. Hopefully that's helpful. There you go, technical review for the Incarnate. Have a nice day. Bonus material. Plarium decided to add a Path of Light for the Incarnate and her Soul Stones. So basically you can come down here, you can get a 3-star if you want. You can skip it. And you can get the 4-star. I don't know if you can actually skip it or get the 5-star, but you don't necessarily have to go for all, because these are not partials. These are full soul stones. So, no point getting the 3 and 4 if you're going all the way for the 5. But how do we get there? We upgrade champions and we do a summoning. So let's see the breakdown. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 18. So these are the standard beefed up points for leveling up and ranking up when it comes to these heroes paths. And then looks like the standard beefed up points here for shards as well. So there you go. Technical breakdown for the heroes path thrown in. Have a nice day.